Just 2, that's all we need. Damn. 3 5s. Missed it by 1. Supposed to keep the queen, I'm rolling with it. Come on, one time. One more hand. Alright, last man. Yep, that's it. In 150, out 801.55. Quick 650. Bang. Come on, Ace, one time. Ace of clubs, ace of clubs, ace of clubs. Jacks are better. Shit. That's the thing about playing jacks are better. They feel you something. Come on, baby. Could have just dealt it. Well, there it is, right there. You got it. That's the flashes from 1250. Queen of Hearts. There it is. 3 threes with them up. Let's go. Everything's times 3 now. Okay. Nothing times 3. Still 0. Come on, Mason. Come on. Little triple action poker today. 3 threes get you bonus game. Go on, deuces, right there. Come at you. Come at you, boy.
Enjoy your day.
Bam. We'll take that. We'll take that. Gotta love it. Wow. Pay the piper. Sean Dela Cruz style. Bam.
Again, you picked it right.
Back in. So one other thing is, if you're gonna go to the casino, you should go there and with some goal setting. So in other words, if you go there with your budget, let's say it's 100, 200, 3, 500,000, whatever it is, you want to make sure you have a plan of action when you're going to leave that place. So I know a friend of mine, and we always joke about, we're going to go crack them today. And, his version of crack them is about $2,000. My version of cracking them is about 200 or 300. So, to me, if I can go into a place and have 3 hours of enjoyment and turn around and leave with a couple $100, I'm tickled pink. It'd just be like going to the movies, looking down and finding a couple $100 bills. You got to watch the movie, you found a couple $100. You're ecstatic about that. So I think the misconception, a lot of us is, when I first started, of course, I still want to crack them for a couple thousand, but the realistic, the reality of that happening, very, very, very slim. I mean, we probably all notice when you're playing lower denominations, they tend to give you bigger payouts on the as far as like maybe 500 times your bet, but you don't see that on the bigger bets. Not in all cases. Once in a while you'll strike gold, but for the most part, I mean, like we always said, right? The casino's in business for one reason, and they own the joint, and they hold the key. So, but set yourself a goal. So let's say, for instance, like when I go in, this is how in my mind it works. If I go in and in 30 minutes and I'm up $300, I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to take it down to 200, or I'll go up to 400, but 200, I'm walking out of there with $200. If I hit them for 500, I'm walking out of there with 400, or 350, somewhere in there. I'll give them a little bit back, but I'm keeping, based off of my own budget and what I make. I feel for me a few $100. Now, a few $100 might not be anything for you. But you have to have some kind of goal that you're gonna strike, go out of there with, or else we've all done it. You win $300-400, and what happens? Okay, another 20, another 20, another 50, and then boom! Before you know it, you're digging into the stash that you went in there with, and then you're beating yourself up on the way home because you're pissed off because you didn't have any discipline. So, stay to understand what a good win is, and understand to stick to your guns, because it feels better when you stick to what you do, and you have the discipline to walk out of there and not get emotional, because that's why they get us, because they know we're emotional. Hey, we'll get you drunk. We'll give you food. We'll give you drinks. We'll get you drunk, and we'll let you get emotional, and then you spend your rent money, and then you're done. You'll be out of here, and then you'll be coming back in a week, giggling and doing the same thing. So, make sure you don't get emotional. You almost have to treat it like a job, to where you're saying, okay, this is exactly, it's entertainment, of course, but this is exactly what we're going to stay to our guns. And when we hit it, get the heck out of there. So it's all about winning, right? Take the little wins. And if I'm there for 30 minutes, I win $200-300, I'm leaving. I'm taking that as a win, and I can come home. But think about this. How many times have you actually won at the casino? We actually win a lot of times. We just don't know when to leave. That's the hard part, is figuring out when the hell to leave, because we get emotionally wrapped up. But a lot of times you are up. Now, you might only be up $5, $10, $100, whatever. But the reality is you are up. The unfortunate part is they have an unlimited bankroll and you have a limited bankroll. So think about that. Come on, kick a spades.